So I have finally watched the first episode of Chainsaw Man, and ladies and gentlemen, it was phenomenal. Why do I feel like it was such a great first episode? Well, stick around. I'm about to go ahead and let you know why. Let me start off by saying that I have read Chainsaw Man's manga to completion, so I was a bit excited. There's the door. There's the door. Ooh. Hey, there's that little cutie patootie.
This for real getting a brother emotional for real.
Let's go ahead and talk about the start of the episode. The atmosphere that you're just thrown into is just so dark, so gloomy. It feels like what Poland was before Yari brought over the wok. It was cloudy, there was a lack of color, and I don't know what it was, but Denji's voice just added on to it. Shout out to that voice actor, man. Again, I don't know what it was, but his voice just fit the setting so well. Love the tone that they set. Was a great way to kickstart the episode. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about the OP. Oh, the OP! The OP! Okay, come on, get right. First off, the song choice, what a banger, what a slapper. It had a brother junking and jiving over here. You feel your boy was getting jiggy with it, catching a vibe. Hey, y'all can let me know down in the comments below. Do y'all be skipping intros? Yes or no? Hey, be truthful with me. Be honest. Alright, now let's talk about some of the scenes or shots that were in this OP. I was watching this video about this guy talking about the first episode of Chainsaw Man, and he talked about how the OP, the moments that were in the OP were inspired by movies. I'm not really a movie guy, so I didn't really catch on to any of these references. The only one I actually caught was the Thor one. Which, real quick, speaking about that reference, did y'all see that crazy zoom in on power that they did? Whoa. Like, that zoom in was insane. It was so insane, I didn't even notice the second zoom in where it was showing Denji getting walk like a dog. Whoever constructed that OP was moving devious. But yeah, besides that weird zoom in that they did, I really enjoyed the OP and learning the fact that they were referencing movies in this OP. It really just shows you that they're really putting in effort in this adaptation. They're not taking no shortcuts. They're taking that extra step to do what needs to be done. Just doing the adaptation justice. It's just so heartwarming to see, because if we're being honest here, that's not always the case. You know who you are. Oh, and the ending was also a banger as well. Alright, the next thing, this is not an aspect on why I feel like it was so phenomenal of an episode. It was just something that I was noticing and I thought was hilarious. It's the foreshadowing. The foreshadowing in this episode was crazy. Yep. And guess what? That came to bite him later on in the story, but I'm not gonna get into that one. You loyal as a dog, huh? Loyal as a dog. I remember another scene where he was coming out of a trash bin. You know, me reading the manga, there you go, I'm establishing my dominance again. Don't you forget, I read the whole manga. Me, as a fellow Chainsaw Man manga reader, I was hearing a lot of the things they were saying, and I was like, yo, is this how it went down in the manga? Were they saying all of this in the manga? Am I going crazy? It's been a minute since I read the first volume, so my memory of it, how it went down in the first volume, is a bit hazy, but was there this much amount of foreshadowing in it? It was probably just Mappa tipping their cap to us, saying, hey, we see y'all, to us, superior beings, us, alpha manga readers. Alright, back to the topic at hand. Let's talk about some of the shots and OSTs. This isn't really my topic of expertise, so I'm not really gonna talk about it too much, but I really liked how they did the shots and the music to complement those shots. You guys remember that guy I referenced to, like the video where I watched of him talking about the first episode? He was talking about the dynamic between manga and anime, to where in a manga you can just see a panel with no text on it and you can just flip through it. You can just flip through it and not even have a care in the world for it. But in the anime, You have to sit there and watch it. You have to sit there and experience it. Yeah, you can fast forward through it, but hey, don't be a smart glute, okay? Don't be a smart butt. In a manga, there's a cap on how much you could do for a scene to make the other person that's reading this feel whatever you're trying to depict. But in an anime, you could do so much to express the feeling of a shot. The music, the coloring, the lighting, there's a lot. So the fact that I was able to see a lot of these panels that I was just flipping through come to life with beautiful music in the background, mind you, was great. I loved it. I've been a guy that's never been really interested in the beeps and the boops in anime. I've never really paid attention to the background music in shots, but for this one, I was hearing it and I was like, wow, this just makes this thing I'm looking at like 10 times better. But this background music is hitting right now. This background music sounds nice. That could be the fanboy in me just go ahead trying to find every which way to compliment this adaptation, or they did that much of a great job. I don't know which side of the fence that I fall on, but I just hope that it's Chainsaw Man did a phenomenal job with the OST, that I got a brother like me who don't pay attention to that type of thing paying attention. Last but not least, let's talk about the conclusion of the episode. Again, like I said, it was great to see these panels that I was just flipping through just come to life, like when Denji got stabbed in the back and when all those zombies just jumped him. Didn't want to give my man's a fair one, just jumped him and were just straight shanking my boy. Me knowing what happened, I was over here like, come on Denji, you can do it. Get away from them zombies. You gotta live. Come on Denji, get up out of there, man. Get up out there, man. You gotta survive. You gotta make it, man. I'm talking like I don't know how this is gonna end. I have loved everything that they have done for this adaptation up to this point. Let's go ahead and talk about my gripe with this episode. My one gripe. I think you already know what I'm gonna talk about. Let's talk about the CGI. I'll be honest with you guys, like I already understood coming into this that there's gonna be some CGI in this adaptation. Like, no, if you've seen or know any of the monsters that are in Chainsaw Man, like they're gonna have to put in some CGI, implement some CGI into this adaptation. So seeing this CGI wasn't coming out of left field. I was expecting this, but the CGI, my first initial like reaction to it, I wasn't the biggest fan. Like, it's not bad. The CGI, don't get me wrong, like it's not bad. I'm not over here saying like they did an awful job, it's garbage, they ruined it. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just I think the CGI is just mid. I think it's not bad, but it's not good or great either, you know? But I feel like I can warm up to the CGI because I watched the episode again. I watched it again just so I could gather my thoughts for this video, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm warming up a bit to the CGI. The first time I was watching it, I was like, I don't know how I feel. Now I'm like, it's decent. It's alright. I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. Again, that could be the fanboy in me to where I'm so biased. If they do something bad, I'm like, I can work with it. I feel like the more that this series comes along, and the more CGI, hopefully they don't implement like a lot more CGI. I hope it's just like here and there CGI. But the more we see the CGI implemented in Chainsaw Man, the more we're gonna get accustomed to it and used to it. Again, same way that happened with Attack on Titan. You don't hear a lot of people complaining about the CGI no more, huh? Even though the CGI was kind of mid in my opinion, it still didn't take away from the action. How hyped and excited I was to watch Denji just go full on berserk.
And they say dreams don't come true, man. They say dreams don't come true. Yes, it's in CGI, but I don't care right now, man. I'm in full fanboy mode.
When Denji came out of that zombie pile as Chainsaw Man and looked at the devil and said, "It's Chainsaw Man time." Powerful. That was some powerful stuff. I felt that. All in all, it was great action. The CGI didn't mess it up for me one bit. Now, let's go ahead and conclude this video by briefly talking about Wifey making her appearance. The big steppers have entered the chat. I repeat, the big steppers have entered the chat. I'm not gonna say too much about Wifey, but let's just say when she walked up into the spot, she had a brother down bad.
That should have been me.
I feel like I really enjoyed this episode due to the fact that I read the manga. If I didn't read the manga at all and I was just coming into this, I don't think I would have gotten the exact same amount of joy I got when I watched it. I'm very interested to know, how do you non-manga readers feel about this first episode? What are your thoughts on it? I'm excited for further episodes and seeing how they're gonna go about adaptating certain moments in the manga. If you know, you know. Hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye. Bye-bye.
I'm a top G, call me Andrew Tate.